I just created this mathematically precise rendering from a floor plan in under 10 seconds. Now I know that sounds crazy, but in this video, I'm gonna show you how it's done using this new tool called Synaps. Synaps is a new AI tool that recently came out a couple weeks ago, and it allows you to create architecture floor plans and renderings on a canvas, drafting floor plans from scratch or using a text prompt to create floor plans. And then from there, you can explore ideas with the Synaps nodes, creating multiple iterations without losing where you're at. With Synaps, the possibilities are endless. So let's hop into testing out the tool. Typically, you'll have to model out your floor plan, do some program diagramming, and spend several hours coming up with that. But using Synaps text to floor plan generation, all I have to do to generate apartment floor plans is type in a prompt specifying that I want 2 beds, 1 bath with a kitchen that opens up to the living room and then has a balcony included. I'll click generate, and then we'll give it probably 9 to 10 seconds on average to generate. And there we go, we have our floor plan. That was done in real time. I'll select it and then move it into our frame so that we can start to edit and make it look nice. What's good is you don't have to go between softwares to create your floor plans and then go into Photoshop and Illustrator and make them look nice. You can do this all in one tool. So I selected a couple walls and I'm adjusting the fill to give it some creativity. You can do a solid fill, you can add a texture, you can also add hatches as well. Select from what Synaps has to offer, or you can use the image and import your own. But for the sake of simplicity, we're just gonna stick to a solid fill. In addition, you can add a stroke. So I'm just gonna adjust the color to white and then give it a little bit more of a stroke thickness than what it has currently. And now from there, you can go to the top of the window, and I'm gonna start adding openings. Those tools on the top are where you can start to model walls in addition to openings and adding room. So when I'm adding a door, it gives you the ability to adjust the swing as well as if it egresses to the outside or the inside. And then you can toggle between if it's a door or a window. And then you can also start to create rooms, which give it room tags. And then you can give each room its own texture, hatch, etc. Kind of what we did with the wall types. So let's start to populate this with some furniture and some blocks. So we'll go to the left-hand toolbar, click on the second tab, and start to bring in some furniture blocks. I'm gonna bring in a dining room table and then add in a kitchenette set for the kitchen, rotate it, make it fit the space a little bit better. All that can be done and adjusted on the right-hand side. I think we can create a little bit more space by moving the dining room table to the right side, closer to the kitchen. Makes sense, but also gives us that left-hand side, move that door over, put in a sofa, put in another lounge chair so that we can have a little small entry with the living room space, dividing up the spaces using the furniture. So once we get that in, let's move to kind of my favorite part of this Synaps tool, which is creating renderings that are mathematically precise based on your floor plans. So now that we have the furniture in place, I'm gonna add a camera, get the angle that I want, and let's type in a prompt. So I'm gonna try to create a photorealistic interior rendering of an apartment living room in the boho style. I'm going to specify New York City. It helps to have a style, a location, and some more details within the prompt when you generate it. So this is the result. As you can see, it has the window, the door in their exact locations. The furniture is a little bit off and a little inconsistent. Sometimes there are some features that are in the works, but let's adjust the angle and try to regenerate something. I'm not a huge fan of the wall, so let's change the wall color to more of a light cream color, and then add a wooden decorative ceiling because it's feeling a little plain at the moment. So you can see these renderings are generated from these nodes. So you can start to create multiple iterations and almost document them in a mood board type of manner. Now, if you want to make alterations to an existing rendering, you click on the image and then you can type into the prompt. I'm changing that top image to have white walls similar to the bottom image, but keeping the furniture and all of the decorations. Now, what's nice is while one rendering is going, you can also start more iterations. So I'm gonna add a painting to the left wall on that same iteration, see what it generates. So it did a good job adding the white walls to that orange floor plan rendering. Now, it also added the painting in addition. So just small things to get and test out many options. But I wanna add a couch into the empty floor plan. So I'm gonna search on Google for just a PNG of the couch, copy it over, bring it back into Synaps, and then paste it with a prompt and generate. And so that's gonna turn this blank space and then populate the image of the couch to the perspective of that space. And in a couple seconds. There we go. Now it did crop the right hand side of that image a little bit, but it did keep the couch that we wanted. So I'm happy about that. But I want to add a more precise painting in this image. So I'm going to use the polygon tool to outline the rough area I want the image to put the painting. And then I'll go back to Google, find somewhat of an abstract painting that I want to incorporate, copy it, and bring it back into Snaps. Copy and paste, add in a prompt, and then it'll add another node, a population of another rendering. And within, again, roughly 9 to 10 seconds, we'll get a mathematically precise rendering, keeping the space to scale and adding the items that we want. Now I want to try it in a different style. Now I'm going to adjust some of the interior space a little bit, move down one of the north bedroom walls, put that sofa kind of in a nook. I'm going to reorient the lounge chair, and let's do a re-render of this space. This time I'm going to create more of a modern and sleek living room design. Let's say it's in Chicago with the morning light coming through the windows. Modern ceiling, wood flooring, paintings, and furniture included. Just populating another iteration for us. Okay, that's a lot different than some of the other options we've created. Roughly what I was looking for, something more abstract, more modern. Definitely got it in that generation. Now let's try to test out a rendering in the kitchen area. So I'm gonna add another camera pointed towards the kitchen. Let's go for more of a colonial style, more old school look. So colonial style with wood cabinets and some metal fixtures and appliances. Now you gotta make sure you keep everything organized. As you start to create more and more nodes, it can be a little bit chaotic. Because it is an infinite whiteboard, you have the space to move things around and be flexible. So this is a generation for that colonial style kitchen. I thought it's a little bit more unique. Not a huge fan of the green, but we can obviously go back and change that paint color with another prompt generation. I'm very happy with the results so far. This is my first time using Synaps, and I think as it evolves, there are a lot of great things that can come from generating floor plans from a text prompt, but even more importantly, generating mathematically precise renderings from those floor plans is a huge win, because a lot of the time AI starts to move windows, move doors, change the scale of the space. So from using Snaps so far, I've been able to notice that it's been able to keep a pretty consistent approach with the renderings to what you have designed in the floor plans, minus a few inconsistencies with the furniture placement and the materiality. But the key elements like openings, doors and windows, wall placements are all fairly accurate, which I think is a huge step in the right direction when it comes to AI rendering that in the past has really been inconsistent with its outputs and messes with the geometry of the space. Now I want to keep testing out this tool, and if you want to test out Snaps for free, I'll put the link in the description below so that you can try it out.